Hey everyone, welcome back to my garden. And I wanted to show you a quick little update with this little cucumber plant that I have over here. It's been a few days since we've actually looked at this plant, and it's grown in quite a bit. I think it's been about a week or so since I showed you the last update with this plant, maybe a little less than that. And this thing has grown quite a bit. It's actually beginning to, as you see, flower. We have a ton of beautiful flowers all over the place. And I noticed originally when I was doing some research on this plant, this was an English cucumber, and I thought this was supposed to be a self-pollinating cucumber, and obviously as I see now that it's developed and gotten a little bit older and the flowers are beginning to form, you begin to see the differences between the male and female flower. And let me just quickly show you a quick little difference so you know how to differentiate between the two. It's really quite simple. It's the same thing for most cucumber varieties, and you'll see basically the male flower. This is up close what it looks like, and right behind the male flower there's basically going to be just the little stem that it's connected to, and that's connected to the plant. But the female flower you could see right over here basically. Sorry about the bad camera angle. You see that there's basically a little cucumber right behind it, and all female flowers are going to have the cucumbers always behind the flower, and the male flower does not have any of the cucumbers behind, so it's really quite simple to differentiate between the two. And you could actually see I have a ton of flowers that have blossomed, and there's always way more male flowers to female flowers for cucumber plants, so it's really quite nice to be able to have pollination between the two. So it's really you could pick and choose between what you want to use, and it's really quite easy to do. So let's actually come in and hand pollinate this thing, and you might get a nice little mix of purple and green because I'm actually just simply holding my horticulture sunglasses here. These are little protective sunglasses that protect my lights from, well, my eyes from these LED lights above, which are extremely powerful and bright, and just sitting underneath these things you really feel it. So let's basically come in here. This is a really nice male flower I have here, so I'm just gonna pluck that off. That comes off quite easy, and here you have it. Nice beautiful little male flower. And the female flower actually I have right underneath here that's ready to be pollinated. You can see that it has a tiny little cucumber right behind it, right over there. So what I'm going to do is basically I'm going to just come in and peel off these petals and just leave basically the center exposed, which carries and holds all the pollen. So let me just peel that back, and I actually need two hands for that, so I'm just going to quickly do this off the camera, and we'll be back together and we'll pollinate this thing also. So let me actually put the camera down just for a quick moment. I apologize. Okay, so I basically came in here and I peeled the petals back, as you see, and you could see that the pollen is all right here in the center. So what I'm going to do now is just basically carry this over to the female flower and just put it right in the center of it, and basically just spin that in a little circle, and that should basically transplant most of the pollen onto the female flower here off of the male flower. And yeah, that's pretty much all there is to it. So just come in and give that a nice little turn and a little twist. Make sure, try to get as much pollen in there as possible. And there you have it. And if you want, being that you have so many male flowers to female flowers, what you could do is simply take another male flower, and let me actually put this screen back on so you could really see what the plant looks like. Yeah, so what I was saying is what you could do is take another male flower and just basically do that again if you're not sure if that pollination worked or not. And if I actually lift up some of these leaves, you begin to see way more flowers on the inside, so I'm really going to have to carefully inspect this plant and try to find all of the female flowers and try to pollinate everything as it comes up. But you probably have about a day or two once the flowers blossom and open up to pollinate them. And I've been doing a lot of reading about when's the best time to actually pollinate these plants. And I've found a lot of people recommend basically early morning to afternoon is a really nice time. So pretty much this way the plants get a few hours of sunlight and they really have time to blossom and open up from the overnight and pretty much, yeah, so that's all there is really to it. And I'm pretty much just training this plant to grow in the direction that I want. Originally I had it growing upwards, but instead I think it's going to be much more really space saving if I do it this way. So if I just make it grow up, as you see, and I'm going to continue it up, and all these side shoots are beginning to shoot off and come up. And my dog's trying to get in this video. Make you get out of here. So yeah, things are going pretty good. And you see the pepper plant is looking nice and beautiful. It's putting on a lot of new side growth here. That's just my dog, sorry. And yeah, pepper's doing great. I've noticed the peppers are beginning to get nice and big and the color is starting to change finally, so hopefully soon I could actually harvest some peppers and create a nice beautiful paprika powder for myself. And really, actually, I just really want to try what the pepper tastes like. I mean, you put in all this time and energy into the one plant, you really want to be able to come in and harvest it and really get the benefits of growing yourself. And as you see, the female squash, well, the female flowers here are starting to grow all over the place, and the male flowers are opening up and closing as usual. So the squash plant's doing quite nice, and we'll probably talk about that in depth probably tomorrow. But for now, I just wanted to quickly show you what I got going on with my plants in here. And soon enough, I'm going to be adding a few more extra plants. I actually have a few new dragon cucumbers. I have 2 of them that are growing currently, as well as ground cherries are growing, and I have some rat tail radishes and a bunch of pepper plants and lettuces and sages and thyme. So we got lots of herbs and greenery that's about to be in these next upcoming episodes. But for now, that's all I got going. And if you liked the episode or you have any questions, leave them down below. And don't forget to hit the thumbs up and subscribe. Thanks for watching.